Hi guys, Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters. So in this layout I spent ages gluing a billion trillion sequins around and around and around in a circle, and I didn't do that on video because I figured you could kind of get the idea of how to glue sequins on. So then I decided I wanted it to still be a little bit more spirally, a little bit more crazy going on. The sequins were very shiny, sparkly, sequiny, as you can expect. So I decided to get out my sewing machine and go around and around and around and around and around with my stitching, with my sewing machine. So I'm not sure why the lighting went funny. Sorry about that. I didn't change anything. But anyway, so I got started on the black thread going around, and I don't keep this footage for very long because obviously you can't really see anything, but bonus points for anyone that just noticed about 47 million sequins went flying off everywhere. And so I realized pretty quickly that these sequins were not going to stay on. Even though I'd glued them, they were not going to stay on. And as slowly as I'm going, still not going to stay on. So I decided to embrace the flying off sequins, too bad about all the hard work you spent putting them on concept. And so this first line of black stitching, I am trying to go through the sequins to try and stitch down as many as I possibly can before they all fly away. I'm doing it all in one big fluid motion around and around and around. And so off I go, stitching away in a big spiral, overlapping each other, going a little bit crazy because I really want this layout to be a little bit messy and a little bit crazy. And when you see my photographs, which I realize I have not shown to you yet, it will make a little bit more sense as to why I want so much craziness happening in this layout. So I go around all the way down into the center with the black thread, and then I switch to a white thread, then I switch to a light pink thread, then to a light blue thread, and then to a purple lavender color. So I end up with 5 different colored threads stitched around and around and around and around, over top of the sequins, through all the white paper, just all a little bit everywhere. I don't end up going outside of the blue circle, the original blue circle. Maybe I should have, in hindsight, now that I look at the finished product. Who knows? I didn't, so we're going to roll with the way it is. So I'm going to skip to showing you the finished product. Ta-da! So here it is. As you can see, there are a few different colored threads in there. It has certainly got very, very crazy in the center, and a lot of the sequins have come off in the center. You can see the back is all just a mess. Do be careful if you do something similar with lots of stitching and stuff. As you go further and further into the center, it starts to get a little bit fragile, and you don't really want a big hole in the middle of your page, so do be careful. But I'm actually quite happy with the way this ended up looking. So these are my 2 photos, and as you can see, one picture is of me with a Snapchat filter on where I do look a little bit crazy, and the other one is a picture of my son. He has spilled his entire bowl of cornflakes over his stomach and his legs. He is also standing on the table and stamping his wet milk feet all over the table. And he is very proudly showing me his milk-covered woolen jumper and his stampy footprints. So the title of this, which you will see when I do the title, is You Drive Me Crazy. And hence why I really wanted this background to be as crazy and as busy and as, insane as possible, because that will go with the feel of this layout. So I ended up using white, cutting my own thickers, I suppose you would call them. The You Drive Me are my own. They're cut out of white foam that's actually glitter silver on the back. I just cut the foam side because I wanted it to be like there's a lot going on with the sequin-ness. And then the word crazy is a little bit crazy as well. So I really wanted to tone down everything else. So those letters are just really plain. Obviously, I could have used plain white thickers if I had enough of those with the letter E left. So cut my own. Then, if I haven't already I haven't mentioned this. This is the I Am collection from Simple Stories. So this is using the ephemera pack from the Simple Stories I Am collection. I didn't use much because, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but there is so much going on with this sequin background. I had to do as little as possible so that it didn't get too crazy. And I ended up using pieces that really fit together. So the gumboot, the umbrella, the rain clouds, doesn't really necessarily match the layout, but I liked them and they were cute. And because they match each other, it kind of all ties in together, which is cute. And I had to do that cluster up the top where the little bird is because my son, this lovely boy that drives me crazy, got his, I don't even know what it had, tomato soup fingers onto my page or something that was, so I had to cover it because I was not redoing this layout again. So mostly I'm sticking everything down with double-sided tape. I am using a fair few foam stickers and I am using a fair bit of glue. I honestly cannot tell you how well this is going to stick. Possibly not well at all. There are a lot of sequins on this page that I'm trying to adhere to. I am hoping with the glue it will stick. I'm hoping those letters will stay. It's all just a bit of a gamble, really. I've not done a layout with this many sequins before. I know people do, so it must be possible to get things to stick on top of the sequins. So I'm just going to roll with it and cross my fingers. And as you can see, because I placed everything down where I wanted it, my layout is almost done. I'm umming and ahhing in my brain. Obviously, you can't hear this at the time about a doodly border. I feel like it's really stark white around the outside of this circle. Hence why I said before, perhaps I should have done more stitching outside of the blue line. But I don't want to get out my sewing machine again and stitch a border. And whenever I draw a doodly border, it's like disaster zone. It does not work well. I admire the people that nail that. I just cannot. So I end up using some tiny word phrases and, of course, a little bit of Heidi Shine, which I think works. It doesn't make it too messy, I don't think. It's already so messy. It's hard to tell. This layout is just crazy, I'm telling you. So those tiny word phrases are the Maggie Holmes collection. I have said before, if you've seen me using them, I put double-sided tape on those as well because I find that they just don't stick and they need extra adhesive to go the distance and last on the page. I am slowly getting, I love these, there's nothing wrong with them, but I'm slowly getting through this collection of using these all up. I actually really wanted to put more of the black ones on, but there weren't any words left that really worked. Happy birthday? Think not. Fancy, hopeful, years ago and grateful don't really go with the whole you drive me crazy thing. In fact, I actually ended up putting on one that says it was delightful in the hopes that people will realise when they look at this layout that that's clearly sarcasm. Who knows? And then, so the two down the bottom said, our lives here, that works, and it was delightful. Then the two up the top say days and weeks, which I'm kind of trying to imply this is my everyday of every week and always together. I sound really bitter. I'm not. I love staying at home with my little man. It's just, we know, mum's moments. So splashing on a few black Heidi Shine and then a little bit of gold Heidi Shine because you know me, I can't not put the gold on. And then I'm done. So I will zoom in for some close-ups for you. This is really different for me with so much sequin action. I think I like it. I think I do. It's certainly going in my album and, you know, not getting rejected or anything like that. But yeah, I think I like it. Who knows? Here it is anyway. I hope you like it, and I hope that you like, subscribe, comment, and all that jazz down below. We really appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out our videos so regularly. We try and post twice a week, but sometimes life gets in the way. Let us know if you want to see anything in particular. We love requests or collaborations with you. We'd love to do that. And otherwise, we'll catch you next time. Bye guys. Thanks for watching.